You've been here late in the afternoon, so I don't know what you've been able to pick up nationally, what people are thinking about the Harper deal. But in general, when Machado's deal came down, what were we hearing nationally, and what are we hearing on Bryce Harper, who, by the way, if you keep pitchers out of this, I think both of them are not in the top 10 of baseball players.
Yeah, I mean, that is, again, your opinion. I tend to agree. I'm more
Close.
toward you on that.
Yeah.
I do know, though, that Bryce Harper is a darling of the new schoolers. Certainly, you know, even though last year was a struggle for him.
And also maybe the worst starting out right fielder in baseball, maybe. But who cares if you can hit?
Listen, the Phillies are going to be really good for a while, and Harper helps. And he says he wants to be there long term. Well, obviously he's going to be,
right.
But he said he will. The team that he wanted to go to, he wanted a long-term deal, commit to them, recruit players to come. He hits really well at the bank, Citizens Bank, and the Phillies were on the rise anyway, so they're going to be good for a while. And so I think baseball is saying, okay, that's great. You got $200-300 million players there. Where's Trout? Trout's going to break the bank, of course, when he comes up. But
so is Lindor.
The game is healthier than it is sometimes perceived.
Yeah, but $300 million turns people off.
Yeah, but it shouldn't, though, because what do we hear about in the NBA? We hear about, well, kids want to play basketball because they see all the money that's being made by the NBA players. Well, guess what? A lot of money's being made by Major League ball players.
No question about it.
And there's more Major League ball players to go around because the rosters are bigger. So it's not, I mean, the NBA has mastered the individual marketing and the glamorization of the individual and the sexiness of what the individual might make at another team. But baseball has plenty of very wealthy people. So it shouldn't be a case where a kid says, oh, I don't want to play baseball. There's no money in it. Really? Well, guess what?
There's
Harper
money.
and Machado and Arenado, among others, would disagree.
Well, maybe there won't be any more because they took it all.
Yeah.
There's no money left.
And that's what we think. Honestly, I was wondering, with the new school evaluation of talent, would Machado and Harper or Harper get what they wanted? Well, guess what? They did.
Somebody threw out the number $300 million, and people laughed at it, and all of a sudden that somehow became a real number.
Yeah, and Arenado, to get what he got, mid-200s, is tremendous.
Well,
and by the way, I love Aaron.
I was going to say,
he's
a player.
Tremendous player.
I defy many people out there to come and say, I watch a lot of Colorado Rockies games, and they don't. But Arenado's one of the great secrets in baseball.
Yeah, not anymore. Right.
No, not anymore.
Up until this,
best
you can
fielding
make a case.
third baseman.
I mean, I've seen enough clips.
Yeah,
just clips.
Right.
Not watching the games because I don't have the time to watch Rockies games. But when they came in here for interleague, I talked to the Rockies people. I mean, the guys, Brooks Robinson with an unbelievable bat.
Right.
And so he deserves it. But my point is, players out there, don't cry poverty. And by the way, the Major League Baseball players have to understand that it works this way in other businesses as well. You have the CEOs of various companies who make a ton of money, and you have other guys who don't.
Yeah.
Well, in baseball, among players, you have the CEO caliber players, the guys who command a ton of cash, and other guys who don't. But that doesn't mean the other guys who don't aren't wealthy.
Correct. 216. And you need those guys to win baseball games, right? It's not just the superstars.
Sure.
You could probably go down in history and find some guy that maybe you never heard of or maybe wasn't very good, had a year that helped turn the tide for a franchise.
Well, yeah, and you show me a lineup that has one superstar in it in the postseason, which, again, probably wouldn't happen, but let's say it did.
Yep.
I'll pitch around that guy and I'll beat you because I'm not going to let him beat me.
You're
Miggy
exactly
Cabrera,
right.
a classic example when the Tigers were at the peak of their powers. Even as good as the Tigers lineup was, you could pitch around Miggy or pitch around Barry Bonds when he was great, and you don't let him beat you with a home run, and you can still beat his team in the postseason.